welcome Mr. Yogesh with us to this
Thank
AOJ
you.
Talk of the Day show. Uh,
Hi, good afternoon.
yeah, good afternoon. As you are aware, this COVID 19 has made an unprecedented impact on the various industries,
Mm.
and exhibition industry has also not been immune to this kind of a crisis. We have also seen a lot of exhibition in jewelry industry, particularly across the world, getting postponed or cancelled in last few months. What's your views on this?
Yeah. As you rightly said, I think it's been an unprecedented thing that is happening across the world. It's COVID-19 has been a global for all of us. It's not just exhibition industry per se. It's for the global economic. If you see, the global economy is in a downturn right now.
Right,
Most except in fact the IMF study which came out is probably only China and India which is going to be growing next year. The entire world is not going to grow. So, but having said that, I think understand this industry will bring in a lot of stringent safety measures. There have been travel restrictions which have come in, and also this has severely impacted our industry, the exhibition industry.
right,
150 odd exhibitions only in India have been either cancelled or postponed. So that's a big hit to the industry. But we are as an industry trying to adopt to the new normal of social distancing. As you know, exhibition industry is all about congregating people together and doing business because we
right.
come together and do business, and that's what we have been trying to do. And with now social distancing, in fact, we need to see how we get that together. And the events in happening from March to June have been entirely impacted. So many of them have got postponed, cancelled. We recently announced our show, Hyderabad Jewelry Fair, which was supposed to take place in the month of May this month, which has always been the month of May over so many years. It's our oldest show in India. We are now postponed it to the second half. In fact, the fourth quarter of this calendar year in October. So this will allow us more time to. I think most exhibitions are also getting postponed because this will give more time to come back to return to normality and also get confidence of the marketplace. There will be, so I think the travel restrictions will go. I think what we are reading now is probably with this lockdown 4.0 which is coming up, we might have even flights taking off for the first time after this lockdown started. So maybe Mumbai, Delhi sector and few other sectors might open up. So I think they are looking at gradually opening up the sectors, and definitely one by one it will all evolve over this period of time. At the same time, I think we also have to adopt to this new normal of doing business through social distancing, through adopting digital events. That's a big thing. And in fact, at Informa, we have adopted it in a big way over this last couple of months.
Yes,
I would say that
I'll
one
come to
area
that.
which the business should look into.
Yes, yes, I'll be coming to the digital part of the exhibitions. But before that,
Yeah.
see, Informa Market is today one of the largest event organizers in the world, and of course, in India, you also have a huge presence. So, you as a company, how are you coping up with this kind of a situation? And when do you think likely in India we can see the physical exhibitions back in action?
So, as a company, of course, as I said, we have been impacted, but I think we believe in working as per the situation. In fact, we believe that situations keep on changing, and we should be on our toes. And so, at this moment, we are building our own survival strategies for our business, keeping in mind the government norms. And beyond the government norms, I think that the topmost which comes for us is the interest of our customers and buyers and visitors. We really need to keep what is in their mind, how we can win back their trust, what they want at this stage. So I think that is also on top of our mind. Also, safety of our employees. And also trying the next best alternative. So I think there's a few things which we are working towards. As you know, as exhibitions, we promote physical interface. And it's always good to have this intrinsic rapport face to face. But then I think, as I said in the last question, digital is a big way we are investing ourselves in. In fact, you know us as UBM. We started in India
Right.
2006 UBM, and we were one of the first ones globally to invest in this digital event platform. So in 2010 is 10 and 11 where we launched our first virtual trade shows in India. It was in tech space. And in fact, at that point of time, it didn't pick up because it was earlier than time. And so we are looking at doing a lot of. We have launched 30 plus digital events, and where now customers are coming back and looking at those events to do business, so because they want to do business. So hybrid model of doing business is also going to continue and in the near future, where
Right.
physical and digital events will merge into each other, and people who don't can't, because after this entire the COVID scenario improves, people will still not freely travel. So there will be a lot of people who may be skeptical of traveling. So that is where you'll have to provide digital platforms to them to come on to. We are also working on various safe and secure systems of making our exhibitions, how we can make more safe and secure, working on various aspects of sanitation, what health and safety measures we can take within exhibitions when they start. So it's going to be a whole new world, and it will for us as exhibition organizers, it's a very different industry. If you take case in point of 2008, when we had this the strikes that happened in Mumbai, the terrorist strikes, and in fact before that we were not used to those strong security measures, but
Right.
now have adopted it as a part of our life. And I think the same is going to be for our industry as we move ahead. We will adopt these measures of social distancing very much. So you might see the entire new different way of registration processes, which will go digital. You will see the booths, social distance, slightly bigger aisles. Visitors may be probably called in different hours. So we don't want to crowd the exhibitions like it is before. Exhibitors may go for bigger booths. So it's going to be a different industry as we look at as and when it's said. From your question on when this industry will, I think exhibitions we can look at starting. I believe, I think we are having our exhibition starting beginning of September. I think September would be a fair time. If you are tracking global news, China has already opened their exhibition. So they had their an auto show in Hunan, which happened a couple of weeks back, and they have now opened it for most other exhibitions. So we are as in doing our exhibitions in month of May. We have one coming up, and then in June onwards we have exhibitions. Hong Kong has opened up. Germany has opened up. In fact, Germany has done a very good way of distinguishing between, I would say, a mass gathering and an organized gathering. The B2B trade fairs which are there are seen as organized gathering, and they have opened up that. They have said with some restrictions and what rules and regulations you should follow, you can still do B2B exhibitions. So Germany has opened up. Korea, we had 5 exhibitions which happened last week. The Kentex venue where it is, I think there are five exhibitions have taken. So I think gradually the world is opening. Of course, China, Korea, Germany are the countries which, in fact, were the first ones who dealt with COVID crisis in a very positive manner. But I think it's a way to go. I'm sure
Right.
if we are months behind them, I think we can see the industry opening up in next 2 to 3 months.
Right. So, Yogesh, globally, in the jewelry exhibition portfolio, you have two big shows worldwide. One is the Hong Kong show, and the other is
Sure.
Istanbul show. So, could
Yeah.
you brief us something about when those shows are likely to happen, and what's the preparations going on with that?
So as you know, in Hong Kong, we have 2 shows, the June show and the September show. Of course, the
Right.
September is the most known show, Hong Kong being the premier trading hub where most of the industry loves to visit year on year. It's probably the world's #1 jewelry event that happens. So the
Right.
September show is doing well. As I said, the markets in China and Hong Kong have opened, and Hong Kong show is scheduled to happen on time as of now.
In
So the work is
September?
happening. Yeah.
In
Sorry.
September? Your Hong Kong show is
Yeah,
on
in
for
September.
September?
So
Okay.
yeah, so the show is on for September. So the work is happening as we speak. The June
Okay.
show has been postponed. June show has
Right.
been postponed to 26th to 29th of November 2020, and that's when it is going to happen. Coming to the Istanbul show, I think Istanbul probably is the second most preferred show for us as a group. I think most of the world likes to visit to the Istanbul jewelry show, and
Right.
this year we are not holding this show. We have postponed this show to 25th to 28th of March 2021. That's when it is. But I think it's a fascinating show where the entire, I would say, the Asia, Russia, Africa, the CIS countries and Middle East all like to visit. So I think it's a great show, and I'm sure it will come back stronger in the coming year.
Right. And in India, you have a show in Delhi, jewelry exhibition in Delhi coming up. What's the status of that?
Yeah, so as of now, we continue to hold the dates of September that we are doing the show. So we are continuing our, as I said, only the Hyderabad Jewelry Fair has been postponed to October. We will happen on time. We are our considered view after discussion with various government stakeholders and various bodies and also the associations, and has been that September continues to be the right time, and we are holding to the dates. If any changes are there, we may come out later, but as of now, we continue to hold the dates in September for Delhi.
Right. Now coming to the digital. So, Mr. Yogesh, there's been a lot of talk about jewelry organizers moving to virtual exhibitions and online shows. It's a new trend, I think, for at least in India. We haven't seen much in jewelry sector any online shows. So, could you share your insights about how these virtual shows are going to be and how for the jewelry where the touch and feel of jewelry is important, the face-to-face relationships are important. How this kind of a shows will come and fit in.
Yeah. So first of all, let me tell you, I think we are all social animals. We love face to face, especially in
Right.
jewelry. It's even more important, face to face,
Exactly.
and is very important. But having said that, I must say we did a webinar very recently, about a couple of weeks back, and we had who's who of the industry who spoke on this webinar. And one of the speakers was Sayyam Mehra from Unique Chains. And in fact, one interesting thing that I was just listening to the webinar, and he mentioned that we have been doing deals via we have video conference facility in our
Right.
we show the jewelry the piece of jewelry to our prospective customers online, and we have been getting orders on that, and we have been billing that, and it's been happening for a long time now. So I think there is a way of that happening, and that is probably still an unorganized way of doing it. What we are talking of is a virtual trade platform, which is a super organized way of organized doing, where you can interact, you can see, you can feel, maybe not feel, but then as of now you can show the pieces in as many manner. If you have visited any virtual trade show, it's as good as visiting any trade show. And the benefits of that are that you do it sitting in your office or sitting at your home. You don't have to travel anywhere. So I think
Right.
there are huge benefits. I'm not saying face to face is going. Face to face is going to remain. It's going to be the probably, if you see the mix, it's still going to be 80% of the business and 80-90% coming from there in the longer run. Also, once we move out of this, but then digital has to be adopted, and it's a very interesting way. And most of
Right.
our other industries where we do our shows in 16 other industries, they have started adopting that, and that's why I said we have launched around 30 plus digital events already in last 3 months. So it's picking up in a big way, and we are also having some plans for the jewelry sector.
Yes.
Will
So
definitely
that
come up.
was my next question. When can we
Yeah,
expect your virtual or digital show on jewelry sector from
yeah.
the
So we have done a
House of
survey.
Info
We have
Markets?
done a
Yes.
survey.
Ah,
Yeah, so we have done a survey, and it has come out very positive. Many people are interested, they're curious, because what happens is it's entirely sitting in your rooms. You can do business, you can meet your customers, you can do. There is a other aspect for jeweler is, of course, a lot of cost savings. No travel costs, no hotel stay, no air tickets. So building the booths, so huge amount of cost savings also in this. If you're able to do business in the convenience of your offices, I think this is, so we are going to be coming out soon. We have already started work towards that. So do wait for that announcement.
all right. Excellent. Okay. Finally, my last question is that jewelry industry plays a very important, it's a role of a catalyst, a role of a facilitator in the economy, both in the B2B space and B2C space. Have you, as an industry, as an organizer, approached the government for any incentives? Because I also understand you are part of the Exhibition Association of India. So,
Yeah.
as a body, have you approached the government? Are we expecting any incentive for the exhibition industry?
Yeah, so as a body, definitely we have worked a lot in this last couple of months to how to take this, because most of our industry, though there are a few MNCs, many of them are still MSMEs, so they're small time industry organizers. So I think
Right.
we have taken this cause, we've taken it to the industry, to the commerce secretary, and in fact they have heard it a lot. So we have proposed a 10% exhibitions in India fund. We have asked for tax reduction. So multiple things we have proposed to the government. We have also prepared an SOP. So if we get an opportunity to start an exhibition soon, so what sort of SOP as an industry you want to work on? Lots has been done. Tomorrow, in fact, we are having a webinar with Mr. Nitin Gadkari, just with the Exhibition Industry Association. He's holding this webinar one-on-one basis. So
Excellent.
lots background. In fact, we are seeing some of those measures like this MSME measures, which were announced by our honorable finance minister yesterday. In fact, they were some of the part of the packages which we had proposed to the ministry, commerce ministry. So I think it is being heard, and we believe, I think, as an exhibition industry has a multiplier effect on the economy, because the study which has been done shows a 10x multiplier effect of the exhibition industry on the economy in terms of jobs, in terms of income levels, and in terms of opportunities that it creates. So the government is very privy to this information, and they are doing their best to see how they can sustain this industry in this difficult time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Yogesh, for joining us and sharing your
Thank you so
insights.
much.